They'll stink.
Still the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole! Oh, Diva! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy! Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat over here, King Dingbat over there. I was over there, but now I'm over here. And where am I? I'm in Las Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas for Thanksgiving visiting family. I came last night after that live stream. It was like a 9-10 hour drive. All I thought was the beating the New Orleans Saints gave us yesterday. It's ridiculous. I don't remember a beating like that in a long time. I got to go back to the Detroit game, I believe it was Thanksgiving, where they put like 50 points on us. It was that brutal. This was a horrible game. No doubt about it. And everybody stunk. Doug Peterson stunk. Carson Wentz stunk. The offensive line stunk. The receivers stunk. The defensive line stunk. Everybody stunk. It was horrible. It was a horrible game. I just want to get rid of it. But the problem is, this is the type of game that teams quit on. That team ruins team seasons. This is a big loss. This is the kind of loss that could totally unravel this team, and it could be over. And now we got to play the Giants. We got to play Dallas. We got to play Washington. I think the order is Giants, Washington, and Dallas. There's no give-me's. There's no give-me's. Not even the stinking Giants game is a give-me. That is up in the air. Because right now, the way the Eagles are playing, I don't know who they can beat. It's that bad. They took that big of a beating yesterday. That big. And I got my man Bad Dog. He's over there. Eagles, we're going to play the Eagles. I see him. I watch his videos. He's all happy. He's excited. He thinks there's a shot. And I love Bad Dog, but I can't have him that happy. He can't be that happy. Not about the Giants. I need him in utter giant misery. That's where I like Bad Dog. I like when he's in giant misery. We got to keep him there. We can't lose this game. Somehow we'll win it. But right now, there's no give me. This team is not looking good. And it just really bothers me the way they played. And I got a bad taste in my mouth. I got a bad taste in my mouth. And I hope that this team comes out and takes the Giants to school. Double moonwalks dead ass, because they're so pissed off at how they played. But the truth is, this kind of loss could damage a team's psyche for the rest of the year. I mean, we've seen it happen before, and that concerns me. The other thing is, all this Carson Wentz blame. All this Carson Wentz blame where he's a bust, he ain't that good, put in Nick Foles. I think you're crazy. I think it's crazy talk. You have a franchise quarterback. He had a bad game. It happens. Quarterbacks have bad games. Teams have bad games. It happens. And you're going to throw away this guy? When I hear this stuff, I think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. All right? Carson hasn't been perfect this year. Nobody is perfect this year or any year. It happens. You make mistakes. He had his worst game I've ever seen him have. It was horrible. And let's not forget, he didn't get any help. I mean, really, some of the plays that the Eagles have been running all year, in my opinion, they're very predictable. I can look at the play before the snap, and you already kind of know what they're going to do. And I call it out in my live streams because it's so obvious. Like when they line Carson under center, it's a play action fake. 85% of the time, it's a play action and nobody bites. But they continue to do these things over and over again. That's not helping him out. Carson had a bad game. He had a bad game. I think he was pressing. I think he was trying to do too much, and it hurt him. But this whole call for, oh, we need Nick Foles and Carson isn't that good, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I mean, look at this guy in his first 3 years of his career. What do you want from him? You're going to blame him for the Titans game when he gave you the lead in overtime. You're going to blame him for the Carolina game. I think that's fair. You can blame him on the last drive. But the rest of the game, he was flawless. You can't blame him for the Dallas game. He was pretty good. He had a slow start, but he came back. He tied the game up twice, and the defense couldn't get him the ball back. Sorry. I think Carson gets way too much blame, and I hate it. I hate it, and I'll back him up to the end. And I hear all these guys who are these Foles guys, right? And they're like, you guys who like Carson never appreciated Nick Foles enough. You never appreciated him enough. What are you talking about? I appreciate Nick Foles. I appreciate what he did. But I still understand that Carson's a better quarterback. I still understand he's a more talented quarterback. He's your franchise. And I think that what is really happening is you get these Nick Foles fans who say this and they project what they're really thinking onto you. So what they want is they want Nick Foles to take over and be the franchise quarterback for the Eagles. And when Carson does anything wrong, they look to pounce on it because they really want Nick Foles. But they can't come out and say it. So they act like, hey, we like Carson Wentz, but he's just not that good. Maybe he's just a bust. We should put Nick Foles in. But they really want Nick Foles since the day he won the Super Bowl. And I love Nick Foles for winning the Super Bowl, but he's not the franchise quarterback. Carson Wentz is. The way Carson goes in the future is how this team's going to go. And they got to build in front of him. They got to build this team up around him. They got to do a better job coaching. Mike Groh, he's got to go. He stinks. That's what I think about Mike Groh. I think he stinks. I think the play calling's predictable. I think it's horrible. And Doug needs to wake up. They all need to wake up, including Carson Wentz, and get this thing going because this season is down the drain if you don't win the next 3 games, which I don't know that they can. So it's upsetting. I know a lot of us are upset today, but I had to get that out, and it is what it is. So with that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.